For an exclusive report, and it is just breaking right here on this channel. AAP Chief and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has always made a big deal about his Aam Aadmi credentials, but less than a month in the Chief Minister's chair, it seems Kejriwal has developed a few VIP pretensions. Today in Bengalu, Kejriwal picked the VIP lane over the Aam Aadmi lane, his 6-car convoy zipping through two toll plazas as commuters stood aside to let the Delhi Chief Minister's convoy pass.
So now you could see clearly the Aam Aadmi Party leader and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, who promised saying that he will not use any VIP security, is using VIP security now with 4 escorts and pilots. And you can see that he hasn't paid the toll booth fees and he just passed this toll booth without paying the toll booth fee. And you could see there are nearly 7 to 6 4 escorts and pilots, and you can see that he hasn't paid the toll booth fees and he just passed this toll booth without paying the toll booth fee. And you could see there are nearly 7 to 6 escorts which has been following him. The person who said that he will not take any VIP security or treatment has forgotten when he had come to Bangalore and used all the facilities. With video journalist Harish, Sagai Raj for NewsX, Bangalore.
All right, Sagai Raj joins us for more on this, as does Vandana Sebastian in Delhi. Sagai Raj, to you first. The convoy didn't pay any toll tax. They used the VIP lanes. Very obviously a departure from what Arvind Kejriwal has been espousing today. Which convoy was it? Was it a state-given convoy, or did the cars come from Delhi? Please explain.
The convoy which was given by the state, but he didn't use the vehicle which was been given by the state. He has used a private vehicle, I mean to say the Aam Aadmi Party member Prithvi Reddy's vehicle, that is a brown Innova car. And he didn't pay the toll booth fee, even if there is a provision given to all the chief minister and government officials. But when it comes to Arvind Kejriwal, he has been exempted from all this thing. He said that he will follow everything what has been levied by the government, but he didn't follow that. Even in this special case, if you see, not only Arvind Kejriwal, even his party members who followed along with him violated all the rules where they didn't pay the toll fee in airport toll booth, as well as in the Pinia where he was taking a turn to Jindal Nature Care Institution. So he has not paid in 2 places, and there was a green corridor which was been given to him where the vehicle passed in 80 to 90 kilometers, where initially he said that he will not take any VIP treatment from anywhere, but he forgot those promises when he had visited Bangalore.
All right, stay with us, Sagai Raj. Let's also get in Vandana Sebastian on this. Vandana, Arvind Kejriwal, of course, the Aam Aadmi Chief Minister, perhaps now the most powerful Aam Aadmi. It seems the trappings of power have gotten to him as well.
Well, Arvind Kejriwal definitely has broken into his chief minister's shoes quite quickly. We've seen him deviating from his Aam Aadmi image over the past couple of weeks, whether it's to do with his security. Earlier he had made a big fuss about accepting security, and now he seems a lot more accepting of it. Where his house is concerned, he has now moved into an 8-bedroom house in civil lines. Earlier he used to travel in a Wagoner. Now we see him with in his Innova with a large convoy of security. So Arvind Kejriwal clearly doesn't mind deviating from his Aam Aadmi image and now moving on to his Khas Aadmi shoes.
All right, stay with us, Vandana Sebastian. We also look at one of the dispatches sent earlier by Sagai. Sagai, of course, is live with us right now, but this is the report Sagai sent earlier.
So now you could see clearly the Aam Aadmi Party leader and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, who promised saying that he will not use any VIP security, is using VIP security now with 4 escorts and pilots. And you can see that he hasn't paid the toll booth fees and he just passed this toll booth without paying the toll booth fee. And you could see there are nearly 7 to 6 escorts which has been following him. The person who said that he will not take any VIP security or treatment has forgotten when he had come to Bangalore and used all the facilities. With video journalist Harish, Sagai Raj for NewsX, Bangalore.
All right, joining us right now is the national spokesperson of the BJP, GVL Narasimha Rao. Mr. Rao, the Aam Aadmi Chief Minister, not so arm anymore, using the VIP lane, which is fine, but not paying toll tax. I don't understand that.
I know You see, the Aam Aadmi Party has become synonymous with hypocrisy. So I'm really not surprised. I think you sound very surprised, but this is the Aam Aadmi Party or Arvind Kejriwal do not profess anything that they have spoken in the past. And possibly that was all meant for consumption only until they come to power in Delhi. And now he's very unmindful of all these actions. So I think we are not surprised. I think it's a hypocrisy that is getting again.
Okay, you might not be surprised, Mr. Rao, that's fine, but does this now prove that no matter what any politician says before the elections, once they come into power, it's all the same, it's a free-for-all? We've seen that there is trouble in the Aam Aadmi Party, inner democracy was talked about, that all that is out today, and what Mr. Kejriwal is doing in Bengalu, although he's using a private vehicle of a party member, which is fine, but he uses the VIP lane, he doesn't pay toll tax, and he zips through while others wait. Do you think this is a common problem with any politician in the country?
No, I don't think so. I think, unfortunately, the media was taken in by all this drama that he created. And I can name any number of ministers, any number of chief ministers who do not take any security at all, or with the barest minimum security, who have no paraphernalia. But the media was somehow fascinated by this Arvind Kejriwal's claims, and media has given him a platform. He's actually cocking a snook. He's simply he cares a damn for what you and the people of Delhi would think now.
All right, GV Narasimha Rao there, spokesperson of the BJP. Many thanks for joining us, of course. But also important to note that the media, of course, is not only obsessed with Kejriwal. Media is obsessed with a lot of politicians. Well, let's go back to our colleagues Sagai Raj and Vandana Sebastian. Vandana, now this, of course, will be talked about there. He's not in Delhi, which is supposedly his base of power. He's in Bangalore, far away Bangalore there. But the media is everywhere. And what he's done today is skip the paying of the toll booth. He's sure to come under a lot of criticism. Coming on the back of what is happening in the Aam Aadmi Party right now, that many people call that charade of inner democracy being blown out, some internal rift within the party. Have you spoken to Aam Aadmi Party personnel about why he didn't pay toll tax? He was supposed to, he should have, but he didn't.
Well, when questions have been raised about any kind of VIP behavior of Arvind Kejriwal, whether it is choosing a larger house this time or the fact that he now moves around with a large convoy, Aam Aadmi Party leaders have always brushed it off, saying that he is right now concentrating on his role as the chief minister and is only accountable to the public, which is something that Kejriwal, which is a line that even Kejriwal has been using over and over again, not only when asked about his projection as a VIP now, but also regarding the issues that have been taking place in the Aam Aadmi Party. He has always brushed it off, saying that, as of now, he's concentrating on his role as a CM, which seems to be the standard line he seems to be giving for any kind of criticism about.
All right, stay with us, Vandana. We also have Mohandas Pai on the phone line, eminent Bangalorean. Mr. Pai, today, Mr. Kejriwal, the Aam Aadmi Chief Minister, came to Bangalore, used the VIP lane, which I think is fine, but he didn't pay toll tax. Do you think the mask of the Aam Aadmi and the trappings of power perhaps at play here?
Very, very shameful. I'm just seeing the TV, the large convoy, number of vehicles, public money being wasted, toll not being paid, and traffic being stopped. He should have come as a normal person in the same traffic, stood in the traffic, not sped through. He should have insisted and said, I don't want this protocol. After all, he's taken leave. He's not come as a chief minister. He's taken leave of absence. He's come as an ordinary citizen with his parents. And what he's doing is totally wrong. It's totally hypocritical. And I think we should strongly condemn this from Arvind Kejriwal that he's doing to us in Bangalore. And he's coming to Bangalore and doing it. I think he should be ashamed of himself.
Do you think, Mr. Pai, that the state government provided him a convoy, which is fine, but he also used a private member's car to travel, but he didn't pay toll tax, and that is something we all have a problem with. Why shouldn't he pay toll tax? In fact, for that matter, why shouldn't any VIP pay toll tax? We, in fact, have a campaign against this on NewsX.
I understand, but toll tax is something that is exempted. He should have paid it, but I have got serious objection to his taking VIP treatment from the government of Karnataka. He should have refused. He stands for the Aam Aadmi. He should come and be stuck in the traffic. He should not stop for traffic. He should pay the toll, and he should not accept any VIP. And look at the number of vehicles following him in the convoy. How is it different from any chief minister, any VIP, any other person?
Right.
I think
Mr.
it's very
Pai,
shameful.
we'll also get some other reaction. The BJP, of course, has already called him a hypocrite. Let's go across to the Congress spokesperson also, Chandan Yadav, on the phone line right now. Mr. Yadav, reactions on this?
Yeah, that's what Congress party has been saying. Aam Aadmi Party's double speak, hypocrisy, not walking the talk is there for all of us to see. What we are seeing for the last couple of days on the issue of Yogendra Yadav, Prashant Bhushan, all those episodes where they talked a lot about internal democracy, transparency, everything is there for all. All the volunteers will take decisions for us. That's what the disparities, what they say and what they do. They don't walk the talk. It's a totally double-speak, hypocrisy.
All right. So the Congress also getting into the act, calling it double-speak and hypocrisy. Many thanks, Chandan Yadav, for joining us, and Mr. Pai for joining us. We'll also let you see now what our colleague Sagai Raj sent us earlier. Then we'll go back live to our colleagues. First, take a look at this.
So now you could see clearly the Aam Aadmi Party leader and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, who promised saying that he will not use any VIP security, is using VIP security now.
First, take a look at this.
So now you could see clearly the Aam Aadmi Party leader and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, who promised saying that he will not use any VIP security, is using VIP security now with 4 escorts and pilots. And you can see that he hasn't paid the toll booth fees, and he just passed this toll booth without paying the toll booth fee. And you could see there are nearly 7 to 6 escorts which has been following him. The person who said that he will not take any VIP security or treatment has forgotten when he had come to Bangalore and used all the facilities. With you, journalist Harish, Sagai Raj for NewsX, Bangalore.
And Sagai Raj joins us now live for more on this. Sagai Raj, of course, Bangalore is a city where there is largely, by and large, of course, understood as a large groundswell of support for the Aam Aadmi Party as well. But will this particular act harm that? Because he's taking VIP treatment, he's taking the VIP lane. He might be exempt from toll tax being a chief minister, but he's not there as a chief minister. He's taken a leave of absence there. Reactions coming in from Bangalore. Share some with us.
Absolutely. Even if you see when it comes to Arvind Kejriwal, when he wants to raise any fund from all over Karnataka, the first target for him is Bangalore. He came here, he raised nearly 2 to 3 crores of money when he had dinner with some officials saying that he wants to raise funds. So this will definitely send a wrong message to the people. If you see, it's not only Arvind Kejriwal, the Aam Aadmi supporters who were along with him, I mean to say Karnataka Aam Aadmi supporters also violated, they did not pay the toll booth fee. So I mean to say his leader is not doing, even their followers are not following him. That is how it is. Nearly 150 rupees plus 20 rupees, it's 135 rupees, nearly 5 vehicles along with Arvind Kejriwal. The followers, they don't have any VIP treatment, but even then they have violated and they didn't pay. So this was followed, and people are quite shocked when they see Arvind Kejriwal has done that. As Mohandas Pai was telling, saying that he was on leave, definitely was on leave. Even the police yesterday said that though he's on leave, we are giving a Z+ security, and this is what he is enjoying there in Delhi. So whatever has been enjoyed for him in Delhi, that is how we are going to take care of him here. And there was a green corridor everywhere. The bus and vehicles, all the two-wheelers were stopped. Everybody were questioning who is he. Then they realized Arvind Kejriwal. They were shocked. He was the person who went in a metro train when he took in charge as a chief minister of Delhi. So this person has used a VIP treatment here in Bangalore.
Okay, Sagai Raj, stay with us. We also have 2 other guests joining us right now. Pramila Nisargi, senior lawyer, as well as R.P. Singh, spokesperson of the BJP. Pramila Nisargi, to you first. Of course, the Z+ security is pending the security review. He's still the chief minister, whether he's on leave or not, so he's entitled to that security. But my only contention here is not just him, but also everyone in his convoy didn't pay any toll tax, which is the point of contention here. He used the VIP lane, which is fine. He has security, he's entitled to it. But why not pay the toll tax like any other Aam Aadmi? Why stop traffic for this man?
See, I agree with you. What has happened is Kejriwal, after becoming the CM, he has not forgotten that he is a VVIP, and he thinks that he is a VVIP. And his tailors also think like that. It is high time that they leave it. You know, they came to power alleging that they will not use any of these things, but now, what is that they are doing? In the name of the party, collecting the money. The money is the sole criteria. See, when Mr. Contribution and Yogendra Yadav wanted to have independency and they wanted to know about the teachers, they were thrown out of the party. What's the difference between AAP and other parties?
All right.
They
It's a
wanted
very
to
fair
say
point.
that.
Dr. Nisargi, you made a very valid point there. We also have RP Singh, spokesperson of the BJP. Mr. Singh, your party has already called him a hypocrite. Your comments on this?
I have a contrast example on this. I remember Mr. Manoj Parikar, after being elected as the Chief Minister of the state, was called by one of the association in Bombay. He traveled by the ordinary class in the airplane, and once he reached Bombay, he took a normal taxi and reached the venue. And from venue, he came back in a normal taxi and came back in a normal flight. And this is what Manoj Parikar did when he was just elected as the Chief Minister. So you can understand who is who. I mean, just saying that we are Aam Aadmi and trying to build that all that aura around you and build that halo around you for that being Aam Aadmi or being generally Aam
Okay, Mr. Singh, stay with us. We've opened this segment open to calls right now. Viewers are calling us. The numbers are flashing on your screen. Do call us. Let us know what you think of the story. First caller, Anil Dixit from Gwalior. Go ahead, Mr. Anil Dixit.
Yeah. Firstly, I will say that Aam Aadmi Party has made Aam Aadmi as a brand. And that brand he is propagating himself as with the value in it. He has to go by VIP rules. And first of all, nobody can go without VIP facilities. We want that people should not misappropriate 5 lakh crores of rupees or 1,86,000 lakh crore of rupees. We are not bothered about these facilities that these people take. We should give them those facilities, but they should work honestly.
Okay, so Mr. Dixit, you don't see anything wrong with what he's done. That's by and large what you're saying. You're saying the bigger corrupt leaders, of course, we don't want any resources of our national resources being taken for granted and big scams coming out of it. But this is okay. This is Anil Dixit's take from Gwalior. Sagai Raj, of course, that was one of our callers, Mr. Dixit, saying there's nothing wrong with it. But Sagai Raj, this will indeed come in for some scrutiny and a lot of attacks on the Aam Aadmi Party chief and Delhi chief minister, even though he's there at a private capacity. The media is all over it already, and there are some sharp reactions coming on what really happened at the toll plaza.
Absolutely. Even if you see when it comes to this particular incident, there is some kind of provisions and protocol given for all these ministers and VIPs. But it was Arvind Kejriwal who said that he is not going to follow all those things. He is not going to take all those provisions and follow those protocols. He said that, and he never kept up his promise. He has just violated. There was nearly 3 to 4 convoys and pilots. Even if you see, he didn't come in the arrival place of the airport. He took the VIP exit door. And there was media waiting for him to talk about Yogendra Yadav and Prashant Bhushan, but he refused to talk to them. He came, he sat in the car, and he just walked out like any other VIP or any other minister. So there is no point that we need to call them that the person who has promised and who said that he is going to follow the follow everything which is like a normal person who is going to do or a common man is going to do. He hasn't done that, and he has disappointed many people who trusted him.
All right, many thanks, Sagai Raj. Vandana Sebastian also with us right now. Vandana, any reaction, if at all, from the Aam Aadmi Party on this particular incident? I know this just happened, and the Aam Aadmi Party, of course, will first formulate a media strategy and then, of course, come forward with the defense of this, if at all. But any rumblings there, any noises coming from the Aam Aadmi Party, any defenses coming on what happened at the toll plaza outside the airport in Bengalu today?
Well, when we put this question across to Aam Aadmi Party leaders, they said that it was unimportant and that the media should in fact focus on larger issues. This is a standard response line that not only the Aam Aadmi Party leaders but also Arvind Kejriwal himself have been maintaining for a while now. Though the fact is at this point, with the infighting that is taking place in the party, with the fact that Kejriwal now seems to justify his VIP treatment, the party is increasingly beginning to look like all other political parties, despite the fact that they had sold themselves during the elections, claiming to be with a party with a difference people undoubtedly are going to be disappointed that Kejriwal, the very name of his party, is Aam Aadmi Party, which is like the common man party, and unfortunately he seems to be deviating from the image.
Vandana, stay with us. We're getting some more callers right now. We'll come back to you in just a moment. Kuldeep Singh, meanwhile, calling in from Faridabad. Go ahead, Mr. Singh.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, I want to know why always media is behind Kejriwal. This is a very small thing. He has gone to Bangalore, and he's not responsible for how the local administration is doing this. He is not aware there is a toll booth and he has to pay, or what is the problem?
Okay, the problem here is that he sold himself to not just the people of Delhi, but also the people of India, Mr. Singh, as someone who was one amongst us. He was no VIP, he said, and that is why perhaps it's important to highlight this story and wait for an official response for the from the Aam Aadmi Party on this. They, of course, have been telling our colleague Vandana that it's an unimportant issue. We should focus on larger things. We, of course, will focus on what we want to focus on. We have one more caller right now. Go ahead.
Hello.
Suman is calling from Chennai. Go ahead, Suman.
Good evening. See, as long as Mr. Kejriwal was an Aam Aadmi, he behaved like one. Now he has become a Khas Aadmi. He is flaunting all the privileges he is entitled to. And he has a penchant for accepting freebies such as chartered planes and business class tickets, etc. Or perhaps he's an Aam Aadmi only in Delhi to fool the Delhi public, and he doesn't have to do those things in Bangalore. Thank you.
All right, Suman from Chennai there. Always quick and very valid point there from Suman in Chennai. Vandana, Sebastian, let me come back to you until we get more callers. You've already...
Or perhaps he's an Aam Aadmi only in Delhi to fool the Delhi public, and he doesn't have to do those things in Bangalore. Thank you.
All right, Suman from Chennai there. Always quick and very valid point there from Suman in Chennai. Vandana, Sebastian, let me come back to you until we get more callers. You've already mentioned that the Aam Aadmi Party leadership is saying that the media shouldn't really concentrate on this minor incident and focus on larger issues. But the issue here is very clear. The issue is one man who came to power by claiming he was the Aam Aadmi Party, had nothing to do with VIP trappings of power, is now doing exactly what he said he wouldn't do, and that is the bigger story here.
Well, exactly. In fact, like the last caller was pointing out, a few months ago, a picture surfaced where, in fact, Arvind Kejriwal was traveling business class, and that became a big issue. And when confronted, the Aam Aadmi Party leader said that, in fact, the ticket was by a donor of the Aam Aadmi Party. Though the fact is, Kejriwal has been projecting himself as an Aam Aadmi, and normal, everyday citizens do not get